Welcome back to this channel. And yes, it's been a while since my last video, and now I want to share one of my latest fun project. This one, holder for manual coffee grinder. And on the screen now is the design on the DesignSpark mechanical. It looks like this. It has these walls, and also this one, the round one is for the grinder, and this one is for the handle. Okay, and it has holes on the base so that the coffee ground or maybe dust or something is not stuck on the holder. It will easily fall off. Okay, so now let me show you how to design this one. And yes, it will be based on my grinder, but if you have something with different size, then you can adjust by yourself. Okay, now let me start by File, New, Design. Okay, and let's start with the cylinder for the holder of the main part of the grinder. So for this one, the diameter is 48 millimeters. And let me start by making a circle here. So I press V button on the keyboard so that we will get this top view. Okay. And yes, right now I'm scrolling using my mouse to zoom in, zoom out. And yes, sketch. Now circle, and let me click here at the center and then move to get 48 millimeters. So I type in 48 and then press enter. So now we have this circle with 48 millimeters diameter. And yes, I click the right button on my mouse to move the view. But maybe some computer will have different settings for the button position. So yes, maybe what I say here is not exactly the same in your computer. Okay, now this is similar to the diameter of the grinder, but we will need to give some space on the left and right so that it will easily enter the holder or the stand. So in that case, let me give 3 millimeters as the space. And to do that, we will click this one, the offset curve, okay? And then I click this circle and then move out by 3 millimeters. So I type in 3 and then press enter. Okay, next, let me also add a wall. And to do that, I will also do the same thing using the offset curve. I click here and then type in 2 millimeters so that we have thickness for the wall. Okay. And then, yes, now we will make a shape for the holder, this one. And the dimension for this one, 36 millimeters wide and 12 millimeters thick. So yeah, it's going to start right here. So let me, let's say I want to give 2 millimeter space from the this one, from this circle. So yes, 1, 2 from this one. And let me click the rectangle. And then from this one, I will make a rectangle. So it's going to be 36 by 12. So meaning now I will make something 18 by 12. So this one, the 12 for the wide, and then this one, I press tab on my keyboard and then type in 18. Okay, now we have this half of the shape that I need. And then again, another rectangle here, 12 by 18. Okay, and yes, we have this shape now. This is going to be the position for the holder. Okay, now let me continue by making wall for this one, for the place or the holder for the coffee grinder handle. So to do that, I'm using this one again, the offset curve, and then, oh sorry, it was stuck with the circle, so I press the escape button. And now let me click this rectangle. Okay, double click, and yes, let me move outward and then input 2 millimeter to become the thickness of the wall. Okay, and then for the other rectangle, also the same thing, double click and then move by 2 millimeters. Okay, and done. This is the basic shape that we need. And then now let's connect the outer line for this one and this one for the main part. And to do that, there are several methods, but I'm going to use connecting the circle. So yes, just follow me step by step. Maybe you have a different method, it's okay. So I'm using this one, the circle here, and then click from here the corner of this one, and then move outside. So I will have this circle here. Okay, and then also the same thing here, making a circle with 4mm diameter. Okay, and now we will make a line that will connect between this bigger circle to this small circles, and we are using this one, the tangent line. I don't know, tangent or tangent line. And then yes, let's start with this one at the bottom. So click here and then click on this small circle, and it will connect these two circles. Okay, same thing also for this one. Click this one here and this one right here. Okay, and yes, we get this shape now. And to finalize the basic of this design, let's click this one and sketch editing, and we can start pulling or extruding the shape. So now let me start by extruding this one, the main part of the holder. And yes, from this I click this surface and then move up to extrude by 50mm. Okay, like this. And then the next one is of course this shape that will be the holder for the handle. So I click here and then press Ctrl on my keyboard, and then I also click this one, and this one. Okay, and then yes, we can pull and type in 50, or we can also use this one, up to. Okay, or you can press the U button on your keyboard, it is much faster. And then click here on the surface that you want to let's say the target surface. So I click here and then yes, it will pull or extrude to the same position. Okay, and now I will also add some, how to say, some thickness here. So I'm selecting this one, and then yes, press U on my keyboard, U button, and then press or click here, sorry. Okay, and then same thing here, click here, press U button, and then click here. And yes, we have this basic shape done. And now to make the design better or smoother, I will also add radius here. So this one, let's say 2mm. Okay, also the same thing for the other corners. So wait, press home or click home at the menu, and yes, this is how it looks like. Okay, almost finished. And next, let's add the base, and to do that I click at this lower surface and then sketch mode. Okay, and then press V on my keyboard. So we have this bottom view, and we can add any shape we want, but in this case I will add a rectangle here with let's say from this position, and yeah, this is 3mm from this one. Okay, so meaning that I can add another 3mm from this one. Okay, like this. So 64, and yes, like this. Okay, and then press this one and sketch editing. Okay, and then now we can add some thickness for the base, and let's say it's going to be 3mm. So I press Ctrl on my keyboard and then click all these surfaces and then pull or extrude by 3mm. Okay, okay, and then click home. And yes, sorry, the kid is calling, so wait a moment, my kid is calling. Yeah, okay, now this one is still in the pull mode, so I press escape button on my keyboard, and then yes, it's almost finished. Now just some finishing touch. So let me click on this corner and add radius by, let's say, 6mm. So let's add another feature for this design, and that is the holes at the base. So I click here and then press K on my keyboard and then V. Okay, now let's add hole here. And to do that, I press this one, I click this one, circle, or press the C button on the keyboard, and then click here and add, let's say 34 millimeters, okay? And then for this one, let's add small holes right here. Let's say 8 millimeters each. So this one is, it doesn't have to be very precise. Just some size that makes sense. Okay, and then press this one and sketch editing. And now we will pull extrude this one. So let me, oh sorry, there's another surface here, wait. So let me hide this one and we can access this surface. Click here and then pull extrude cut, something like this. Okay, also the same thing for these 3 circles. So let's wait. This surface is covering that one, so let me press delete. Let's try that one. Okay, and then click this 1, 2, 3. You can do one by one, or you can press Ctrl and then select all of them and then cut like this. Okay, now we have an almost finished product, and let me add some chamfer or radius to increase the strength and also the smoothness. So for this one, let me click here, sorry, double click, and then add chamfer, let's say 0.4. Okay, and then for this one, the inner circle, this one, let me add something like 2 millimeters. Okay, and then for this one, double click and then let's say also 2 millimeters. Okay, and then for this one, we will need some chamfer, but not too big, because we have add 3 millimeters on each side, so meaning additional 6 millimeters diameter. But anyway, if your design is a bit fit tight, then you will need to add a larger chamfer to help guiding the cylinder enter the holder. So this one, let me just 0.6. I don't know what happened, but my computer is slowing down now. Okay, something like this, and also this one here and this outer one. Okay, and yes, done. This is the result of the design. Similar with this one, not exactly the same, but similar. And yes, that's all for this video. You can then export to become an STL file and then print using your 3D printer. And before that, of course, you will need to slice in your favorite slicer. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial is useful, and see you again in the next video. Have a great day.